All right, next up for you guys, we have UFC Fight Night 161. We're going to preview some of this stuff. It's going to be coming up a week from this Saturday, so be sure to tune in to UFC Fight Night 161 Tampa. Now, headlining that will be Joanna Jędrzejczyk taking on Michelle Waterson in the main event. Now, what are some of your takeaways, your early predictions here? I have Joanna Jędrzejczyk probably taking Michelle Waterson out with that precise, crisp kickboxing.
Well, I think Michelle's super cute. That's my take. No, but honestly though, I think Joanna has got all this pent up like kind of aggression because of like how things went for her in the last few fights. I think she really needs to prove herself at this point, and I think she's gonna bring it to Michelle. I know Michelle's been getting better, but I don't think she's got enough to actually stop the Joanna train that's coming her way.
Yeah, this might be a little bit too much. There's levels to this, and I just think that Joanna Jędrzejczyk, despite not having the title and losing fighting for the title twice and whatnot, this is her opportunity to just get back on top of this. On top of the strawweight division and prove that, I might have lost a couple title fights and whatnot, but I am still one of the most dominant fighters out here in this division, and I see her taking out Michelle Waterson. Honestly, it might even be in the first round.
Oh, wow.
The aggression will be there.
That's a bold prediction. I think you're right in terms of the aggression will be there. I don't necessarily see a first round finish, but it's definitely possible. But again, I think...
I'll go second round.
It's kind of a... make it or break it fight for Joanna in a way, because in terms of her, it's not like they're gonna cut her if she loses, but I'm saying she's definitely needs this win. She needs it more than anything right now, and I think she's gonna get it with a finish, perhaps second, third round.
Yep, I just see more significant strikes landed, less absorbed. It's not a good matchup. I don't see Michelle being able to take down the Joanna, who is almost impossible to take down. This could go the distance. This could go 1 round, 2 round, 3 round, 4. All I know is that Joanna Jędrzejczyk is going to be taking this victory.
Agreed.
Now, next up for you guys, we have Cub Swanson versus Kron Gracie. I think this is a very interesting matchup.
I like that fight.
Cub Swanson's on a 4-fight losing streak right now, and Kron Gracie's obviously, I think he's 7-0. So, with that being said, I think Kron Gracie is going to take this fight. I think he's going to take advantage of a little bit of an older Cub Swanson. This isn't the Cub Swanson of yesteryear. Kron Gracie is probably going to be able to take him down because Cub Swanson's never had anything to write home about in terms of his takedown defense. And I see Kron Gracie finishing this however he needs to via submission on the ground.
I agree with you.
I think he's got to weather an early storm, though.
I agree. Like, we know Cub is amazing in his stand-up. He's got, like, some really good, like, kind of, like, spinning kicks and all those stuff. He's very mobile. He's got great footwork. I mean, he's not the best at defending takedowns, which might come into,
major play
for Kron. I am not going to lie to you guys, and I'm a fan of Kron's just because he represents a lot of jiu-jitsu, and he's the son of Rickson Gracie, and that's a big deal, So, and I know Kron's been so dedicated to the BJJ community for so long, and he finally decided to make that, jump over to MMA. And I think he's very methodical. I think he's very, thought out in his approach when it comes to fighting. I think Kron is not going to let his disadvantages in the stand-up actually, be his downfall.
It's not going to be a Ben Askren, I'm going to dive for your ankle and just let it happen.
Not at all. Not at all.
I think Kron is methodical, you're right, and I think his approach is going to be a little bit more conservative and let Cub Swanson almost kind of like, come at him, make a mistake, take advantage of the mistake of over-committing to the strike and take it to the ground and try to make Cub Swanson work. Make him stand up and you take him down, and stand up and you take him down. Just chain grapple and just don't let go of him once you do get a hold of him. Make him tired, and once he's tired, he will dip. So,
and we've seen Cub getting submitted by Brown Ortega, and I think Kron. I mean, it's very hard to say it like this. Who's better at grappling, Kron or Brown Ortega? They're both amazing, obviously. But I think Kron, if he gets in the clinch, gets anything...
In a pure jiu-jitsu standpoint, 100%, I think he's got a little edge over Brian Ortega, who's probably the best Brazilian jiu-jitsu specialist who mixed it well with stand-up.
Correct. I agree with that.
Kron Gracie, a different story, obviously. Not a striker, coming in there a little bit more of a Damian Maia type, but I think he's going to be able to have that takedown success against a guy who doesn't have the best takedowns. As long as he doesn't get caught coming in, Kron Gracie will be dangerous the second the grappling exchange starts.
I think he's going to be, the keyword here is patience. I think he will have that, Kron, and I think he will eventually, once they touch the mat or the canvas, I think it's pretty much a done deal for Cub.
Right, well, next up we have Mackenzie Dern taking on Amanda Ribas.
Yeah.
Now, this is going to be quite the interesting matchup here. Obviously, Mackenzie Dern getting pushed from the UFC because she's a smoke show, let's be honest here. She's gorgeous.
I'm sorry, but we did a deep dive on her Instagram account before this video.
Beautiful.
And we got to say, we appreciate that. Mackenzie.
I actually really like that, the cute picture she had with her daughter.
With her baby?
Yeah. Like pointing up at how many months old she is.
Right.
There's a couple other pictures with her daughter where it's, I enjoy it as a male. But point being is, we're not here to talk about...
Super politically correct, man.
Yeah, I got some ideas.
All right.
So, yeah, Mackenzie Dern's going to be taking on Amanda Ribas, and she's undefeated, obviously. Now, Mackenzie Dern has had some issues in terms of making the weight. She has missed weight a couple times here. So I'm most interested in the off the canvas ordeal of what's going on here. But with that being said, obviously, I think Mackenzie Dern's uber talented. She's fighting in a weight class where she's going to be way stronger than everybody else she's fighting in that strawweight division at 115. She could easily make 125, but I think, again, that advantage that she has in terms of that grappling, that strength. She's going to be throwing a lot of punches. She's going to be grappling if and when she wants to. But for the most part, stand up, try to knock her down, get a TKO, make something happen of that ilk. I see this coming down with Mackenzie Dern actually coming in, maybe getting a submission here. I see a submission maybe in the third round once Amanda Ribas has been hit a few times with a few punches that might make her a little bit softened up for the finish.
I agree with you for most part, but I would say I would go a little bolder here, and I would say first round submission for Mackenzie.
Beautiful.
It's a little crazy, but
love it.
That's what I'm going with.
I love it. Now, next up we have for you guys is Louise Peña, Violent Bob Ross, one of the best nicknames you have in the entire UFC, taking on the Steamroller, Matt Frevola. Now this is going to be an interesting fight. Pretty tight. These guys both submit a lot and have had a lot of success in terms of grappling. But Louise Peña being 6'3", and coming into this fight with a reach advantage and whatnot, I see Matt Frevola there with a little bit more of a brawler standpoint. So when it's on the feet, I see Frevola coming in and just kind of brawling a little bit. And whether Louise Peña is able to, dip, duck, get away from those looping power strikes and able to pinpoint pop until Matt Frevola kind of backs up and gets a little bit more passive. I see if Matt Frevola gets a little bit desperate, might go for a takedown, because he's also a guy who might trust his grappling as well. But if Louise Peña is going to be on his back, this is one of the most dangerous guys in that division off of his back. In my opinion, that long ranginess is going to be a huge advantage. I have Louise Peña winning this by hook or crook one way or another, but I'm just going to go with a decision victory over Matt Frevola here.
You know what? I was kind of 50-50 before we started talking, but I think I'm changing my mind as we do. And I would say that Frevola is going to definitely kind of move forward, try to put the pressure on. I think Peña is going to have the distance advantage as long as he can keep that throughout the fight, keep the distance, and utilize kicks and knees. I think that would be a great advantage for Louise Peña.
Which we've seen him do in his fights before.
And even if one of his kicks gets caught, even if he gets taken down because of it, I don't see that as a huge issue, because at the end of the day,
he knows he can roll.
Exactly, off his back as well. So I think if they can get on the ground, I would be like a little more reckless if I was Louise Peña. Throw the kicks. Even if you get taken down, don't worry about it, and just reverse that and perhaps get a submission. So I'm going to go with Louise Peña as well.
Beautiful. And last one we have for you guys is Eryk Anders taking on Gerald Meerschaert here. Now, this one's going to be one of those where it's a grappler versus a striker matchup, similar to the Cub Swanson and Kron Gracie matchup. I see Eryk Anders with that 75% takedown defense, being able to stifle Gerald Meerschaert's takedown accuracy, only 43%. He goes for a lot of takedowns, but he doesn't necessarily land all of them. He's going to be grabbing onto Eryk Anders very, very regularly, making him wizard up against the cage, grappling, forcing the exchange and whatnot. I just don't think Eryk Anders is going to be taken down and taken advantage of on the ground. And when it comes to the significant strikes and the power and whatnot, we've seen Eryk Anders be able to finish guys before. So I'm going to go with your boy, Eryk Anders, here with the victory over Gerald Meerschaert.
Yeah, I think he's very experienced. He's seen a lot of big names and fought a lot of guys, Eryk Anders. And I think he's proven his heart. Like, literally, I forget who he fought. Was it Khalil Roundtree? No, someone he fought where he, like, literally passed out at one point, like, in between rounds. I forget who it was. It might have been, Khalil Roundtree, exactly.
Yeah.
Where he literally didn't have anything else in the tank. He couldn't even get to his corner after one of the rounds, and they called it off. But he's shown heart. I think he's one of the toughest guys out there as well, and experienced. And I think Eryk Anders takes it. I would bet on him.
Yeah, 100%. And let's be honest here. Meerschaert took on Hermanson at the end of 2015. He took on Holland as well in earlier this year in March. So this will be a very interesting fight to see how this all pans out. Again, no disrespect to Meerschaert, but I'm not sure if the tools are there. And if they are, I'd love for him to prove me wrong. This is fighting after all, and who knows what's going to happen.
Yeah.
What do you guys think is going to happen? Let us know down in the comments below. And make sure that you tune in for more of the previews and more of the reviews as they come along. We look forward to engaging with all of you as time progresses.
That's right.
Peace.